Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, a couple of days ago, I shared a video about the petition that was raised a couple of months ago that went past over 100,000 signatures, and the fact that there's going to be a conversation or a debate about this petition on the 8th of September 2025. And the cool thing is that about 3 days ago, the debate was held in the House of Parliament, and the conversation was majorly around the government's plan to increase the number of years required for you to be on a skilled work visa in order to get your indefinite leave to remain. Now, at the moment, it's on 5 years. So if you're on a skilled worker visa for 5 years, you're eligible to apply for your indefinite leave to remain after completion of the 5 years. Now, the plan now is to increase this from 5 years to 10 years. So there's a massive debate that happened in the House of Parliament 3 days ago. And there were loads of conversations from different members of Parliament, the MPs, on whether this decision is a good one or it's a wrong one. Now, one of the things that really got me, I spent loads of time watching this video from start to finish, trying to understand the line of thought behind every single comment made by the MPs. And it's quite interesting to see the major point of view of many of these MPs around the possible change of increasing this requirement from 5 years to 10 years. Now, some of the MPs, came up to talk about what their idea about this was, what their thought is, and some of them even went as far as sharing a couple of letters and comments that they got from, their constituent members. And it's just quite interesting to see, hear some of these things. And now, one of the things that really stood out for me was about one of the MPs that talked about, that categorically read out a letter, that was gotten from a constituency member. And this is the letter as you can see on the screen. It says that this letter was from one of the people in our constituency, saying that if implemented, this proposed change would create unnecessary instability for thousands of families, including mine. It would prolong uncertainty, increase financial and emotional strain, and discourage people who are already working hard, paying taxes, and contributing positively to the UK. Migrants are not just statistics. We are carers, professionals, volunteers, and parents raising children who already called the UK their country home. We want to belong, to integrate fully, and to continue giving back to the United Kingdom. This proposal would make that harder and not easier. Now, Olabanjo is right to point. Now, this is the MP talking. Is right to point out that the plans of retrospectively changing the settlement rules feels like a betrayal. These suggestions we can change. The suggestion that we can change the rules halfway through is grossly unfair. Behind the debate about immigration are real people, and the proposed changes have caused considerable, upheaval for many overseas workers who are already here. In fact, virtually all immigrant workers will in some way be affected by changes. Changes to salary threshold and new visa conditions. Now, the major conversations in Parliament that day was majorly around whether it's fair to implement this policy, and also if it makes sense to implement this policy on those who are already in the United Kingdom. And I think that's a major bone of contention, especially for immigrants who are currently in the UK, is it fair to, if you want to change the policy, it makes sense to change the policy going forward, but it's absolutely unfair to change the policy halfway for those who are already in the United Kingdom on that particular visa category. So it's just a two-way thing. So the major challenge now is to know if the government is planning to, if this is going to eventually get implemented, would this affect those who are already on the skilled worker visa, or would it affect anyone who have been in the UK before the new policy is being changed? So, for example, someone on the student visa, if this person gets a skilled worker visa after the policy has been changed, would they be affected? Will someone who is already on the skilled worker visa get affected by this policy change? Now, this is affecting every single person, regardless of the route you're on. Whether you are, you're a nurse, you're a doctor, you're a tech professionals, in as much as in the skilled worker visa, if the requirements get to change, or if you're, working on any sector at all, would this impact you being able to apply for ILR in the next 5 years? So just imagine someone who has been here for 4.5 years, hoping to get their ILR in 6 months, only for the changes to really disrupt their lot of plan, and which is really unfair. And I like the choice of words of many of the MPs. Many of them use words like it's unfair, it's a betrayal. Many of them use words like it's inhuman because it affects so many plans. Now, aside from the fact that it takes longer, so if they decide to change to 10 years, it takes longer. It comes with a whole lot of financial implication that we really don't even talk about. Now, imagine having to pay for another IHS for the next 5 years. That's an additional £5,000 to £6,000 per person in a family. If you have to wait additional, per person per year, if you have to wait additional 5 years. Which, I mean, it's definitely not fair, and the cost implication it's insane. I mean, it's really, really a lot. Imagine someone with a family of 5. It means that you're already looking at additional IHS fee of 5,000 per person in that family, running to 20,000, 25,000, depending on the size of your family. Yeah, it's something that is definitely worth thinking about. Now, one of the MPs says that the government have described settlement as a privilege to be earned, but that ignores the valuable contribution that these workers have made to our country, the economy, and their local communities. This is why I urge the government to reject the negative rhetoric around immigration, retain the 5 years route for ILR, scrap plans to apply extended qualifying period retrospectively, and reform the visa system to ensure that sponsorship is sector-wide rather than linked to an individual employer. And this one, another MP sharing their thoughts around this idea of increasing the 5 years to 10 years. Now, another MP also mentioned that the third issue is contribution. Now, these are skilled workers. We invite them here because we need their skills. They are in work, they are paying tax, helping our economy, staffing our hospitals, caring for our elderly, and carrying out world-leading research. In my constituents of South Norfolk, skilled workers at the Norwich Research Park are engaged in science that could revolutionize food security and tackle the climate crisis. At Norfolk and Norwich University hospitals, I saw a board listing dozens of nationalities represented in the workforce. It looked like a roll call to of the United Nations, and yet these staffs who are given so much have no access to public funds. They pay the immigration health surcharge of £1,000 a year and support our economy, but carry their own costs. This is the reality that we must recognize. My question to the minister is whether the government have conducted an economic impact assessment of the proposed changes to the skilled worker pathway. Now, which is truth. I mean, for those who don't know, I mean, I get to see lots of backlash on TikTok or any of the social media platform of people saying, oh, these immigrants, they're enjoying taxpayer money. Now, every legal immigrant in the UK has no access to public funds. So we're actually giving more than we're getting. Many people probably work and earn, let's say, £2,500, £2,500, and over £2,000 out of those fees goes back into the economy. So many of the legal immigrants, are giving back massively to the economy, and I think it's absolutely unfair, which is what the this minister, this MP is saying. It's absolutely unfair for these people giving back to the economy, paying their taxes, contributing back to the economy, to be treated in such an unfair manner. Which is, one of the things that many of the MPs sort of agree with and mentioned a whole lot during the course of the debate. So yeah, at the end of the debate, there was no vote. The proposed measure is still going to, be, debated and talked about. They're still going to get like consultation to see, the impact, positive and negative impact of that decision and how it impacts. So yeah, despite the loads of conversation during the debate, there was no specific decision that was made during the debate, and we're hoping that after they've gone through their consultation before the end of this year, there should be something concrete on the government's decision whether to increase the number of years requirement for indefinite leave to remain from 5 years to 10 years, or it's going to remain on 5 years as it is now, and hopefully it remains that way. So what I thought, did you watch the and if you want to also have a look at the video, or you want to read about you want to read the transcript of the debate, I'm going to put the link somewhere in the description of this video. You can click on it and watch the video and read the transcripts from start to finish, and share thoughts in the comment section. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, do also hit on the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And to my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of the video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.